Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel, and I missed you guys so much. A lot of you have been messaging me, calling me, where's the video? I've not seen episode 3. Guys, I've not managed to upload it until now. Life just took over. I've been very busy with Easter. There was a birthday in the family, and there was a little bit of meltdown in the family with autism. Life was just lifing, a lot was happening. Here I am, so happy to be back. I was like, oh, I've let my subscribers down. I've just started, but you know what my daughter said, Mom, it is what it is. Leave it, record it when you can, and just upload it when you can. Right, so guys, it's Autism Awareness Month. April 2nd was Autism Awareness Day. My son has autism, and prior to his diagnosis, autism was really new to me. Never really thought of it, knew much about it until my son was diagnosed. He was almost 3 when he was diagnosed. He's now 16. He was also one of the reasons why this upload was delayed, because around the time when I was meant to do my recording, he had a little mini meltdown here at home, so I just had to abort the recording and of course focus on him and his needs. And I was a bit overwhelmed as well, and I just thought, my daughter said, Mom, don't do the video now when you're feeling this overwhelmed. I was still a bit tense, so she said, leave it for now, and record another time in addition to everything else that was going on. So I'll tell you a bit about my personal experience, but I just want to talk a little bit about autism in general before I tell you about my personal experiences with autism since my son's diagnosed. And China is trying to upstage the video again. Come, get down. We're doing some work here. So autism, a lot of you will know, according to the World Health Organization, about 1 in 100 people worldwide has an autism diagnosis. So just think about globally, for every 100 persons, there is one among them who has a diagnosis of autism. It's a spectrum. It really affects how they communicate, how the person communicates, how they socialize, how they experience the world. And I can tell you it's different from how us neurotypical people, interpret and understand the world. It is not an illness. It is not something to fix. It just means their brain is wired differently. They think differently, their brain works differently, and it's just understanding that and, being able to come to terms with that. It's not something to fix. I know there's lots on social media about, fixing autism, treating autism. I've seen something recently about a stem cell transplant. I'm not talking down anyone who's gone that route to try and find a way to cope, because I know sometimes when people get desperate, they'll do anything for their child to be normal and for their child to, function the way society thinks they should function. I've come to terms and I've come to a level of acceptance with this autism and what it is. So I'm not looking for a way out. I'm not looking for a treatment. I'm not looking for a cure, because there's really no fix it or cure per se. So I do have his bloods checked periodically for check his iron, his potassium, just everything really. And just to make sure that things are okay, because obviously they can't, well, my son is nonverbal, so he can't vocalize to me what's happening with him if he's feeling unwell. So I take it a point of my responsibility to make sure he has a blood test done. They find social situations sometimes confusing, and reading social cues can be difficult for them. Reading someone's facial expression as well can be quite difficult for some persons with autism. And they can get overwhelmed by bright lights, loud noises. My son is he doesn't like loud noises. The only loud noise he likes is music, because he loves music. But like sirens, ambulances, the police cars, if we're out and about and he hears that, he tends to cower down and he covers his ears, and he will, cling into you a bit more, or hold you a bit tighter. He was not so great with busy environments before, but he's gotten better with that now. But saying that, I still do not take him into an overly crowded or overly busy environment, because the stimulation can be too much sometimes for him. So I tend to stay away from anywhere that's way too crowded. They do have interests as well, and their interests can be quite intense. When they're interested in something, they really go at it, and they're quite creative. Some of them are very creative. So it's not all negative. That some of them are quite creative, and they can lead a fulfilling life and a meaningful life with the appropriate support in place. Sometimes they do repetitive movements, and that's either to soothe themselves or to show pleasure, that they're happy. So they're very unique people in their own way, I see, and I do love some of it. It's not all doom and gloom. I have horrible days? Yes, I have. And when I hate those days when they come, but they are part of the journey, and I have to appreciate my son for who he is, and that this is him. And I'm grateful for that. He goes to a very fantastic school, special needs school. They are absolutely brilliant. I can't thank them enough. His teachers, his teaching assistants, they do holiday clubs, they do Saturday clubs, and that's divided, between the kids, so everyone kind of have their turn. Right now, I'm really very pleased with his progress since he started there. Like I said, each person is different on the spectrum. They all have their own strengths, creativity, attention to detail. But the most important thing to remember is that they are people. They've got emotions, they've got feelings. Understanding and acceptance is all they need, and it makes a whole world of difference. It is challenging, but it also rewarding. He has taught me patience. As his diagnosis begin to unfold and unravel the whole autism journey, you have to be patient, you have to be calm, you have to try and control your emotions when you get agitated, because they feed off of you and they read you. Ryan looks at my whole face whenever we have an interaction, and he can read me. If I'm happy, he's happy. If I'm sad, he's sad. My other half is great, my daughter is great, and I give God thanks for that. So he's in a calm, peaceful environment, and he's loved. Everybody loves him. Friends, family, we all love him. Even with his meltdown, we love him. Sometimes at the end of it all, like when I couldn't record the other, I'm like, Ryan, you're a pain in the butt, but we love you anyway. When he's out of school as well, because they're on Easter holidays, I find that he tends to be a bit more needy because he's out of his routine. So he tends to need more of my attention. He gets bored easily, so you have to keep him occupied. So we did some painting. He loves music, so we play a lot of music. He's got a telly in his room. I wasn't keen on him having a television, in his early years. So I was against that. But when he turned 16, his sister bought him a big screen telly and had it mounted on his wall, and he really enjoys it. She plays a lot of YouTube videos for him. And we find that he really lies in his bed and he watches it, and he has a trampoline in his room as well. Sometimes he just lies on the trampoline in his room and watch TV, or he's on his trampoline jumping. He loves the outdoors, so we go out quite a lot with him to the playground, to the park. I look at my son. He just looks so normal. If you don't know that he has autism, you wouldn't know, and it's just different for everyone. But like I said, I give God thanks because I drop him off at school. If I go to pick him from the Saturday club, he can jump out of the car on his own. He's now able to put his seatbelt on independently. Right, guys. So, just want to talk a little bit about support for those parents, moms, dads, who's just had an autism diagnosis. I know how you're feeling. I've been there myself. And it's important that you now access the support that is available for you and your child. You can have support through your local council. So you need to speak to your children's disability team at your local council. They are the ones who typically organize support for children with autism. If you are traveling with your child overseas, it's important that you let the airline know that your child is autistic, because they do offer priority boarding, so your child gets to board the aircraft first to avoid the queues. Ask for help. Do not be afraid to ask for help, guys. Ask for help. Family, friends, professional help, emotional help. If you feel you need to speak to a therapist, do that. If you feel, whatever it is, ask for help. You're not alone. There's loads of other people who has the same journey as you, who's been there before and can, give you advice and support. Find out what makes your child happy, what makes your child calm. Each child is different, so it's about finding out what works for your child. Some children like music, soft music, some like, lighting, soft lighting. This is probably my longest video, and as you can see, guys, I'm very passionate about it. It's one of the things that it's a part of my life, my family's life. I'm always positive that, he will get better, because he was not as good as he was now. He's come a long way. We've come a long way together. But thank you guys for listening. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe, and engage in the comment section, and share this video with anyone that you know, everyone, your friends, your family. Just share it, okay? And I'll see you on the next one.